Hi, and welcome to the video course Office 365 Administration and Management, designed to prepare you to take and pass the 70-346 Microsoft exam. My name is Patrick Lohner. I'm going to be your instructor on this course. We'll start with a little bit about my background. I've been in the IT industry for 15 years. I got my start as an MCSA on Windows NT and really never looked back. Certified in Windows 2000, 2003, 2008, 2012, taught for many years on all of those products as well as other products like Microsoft Exchange, System Center, SQL Server, and others. Okay, so I've been involved not only in teaching environments but also in consulting types of environments. After a few years as just a technical instructor at a regular training center, I went to work for a consulting agency, and we dealt a lot with smaller businesses that didn't have their own IT firms or their own IT department, and they utilized us for help desk, for support, for upgrade help. And so I was involved with a lot of upgrade projects in relation to Active Directory and just Windows Server upgrades, as well as Exchange messaging upgrades. Of course, in recent years, I have been working as a contract trainer and a consultant, and so I've been able to go out on projects in many cases and do upgrades. Now, a lot of my experience, at least in hands-on real-world environments in that area, have been in relation to Exchange. I've worked heavily with Exchange 2007, 2010, and 2013, and it really was at that point that I started obviously to get into the Office 365. Cloud-based types of deployments. And so I have been able to work with a few organizations in helping them to upgrade their systems. I've, of course, worked with Office 365 on my own but pretty much as long as it's been available. So I've seen a few different upgrades and how it interacts with on-premises systems, and therefore, I think I have the knowledge that it's going to take to be able to give you this information to help you in real-world scenarios if you find yourself implementing this in your organization, as well as to prepare you to pass the exam. So let's start with just some of the objectives. What are we going to be talking about in this course? Well, Office 365, as you probably already know, and as you'll find out very quickly, is a software as a services cloud model offered by Microsoft. They give you software applications, Office Professional Plus, Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, Lync Online, etc., for a subscription or as a subscription. That being said, there are various levels that you can buy into Office 365. There are different types of integration with your on-premises system, or lack thereof, and so there's some preparation that needs to happen. Organizations that have 5 users and organizations that have 500,000 users can use Office 365. Well, there's a huge gap in between those, and so there's a lot of things to think about as we go to deploy Office 365. And that's where we'll start. Then we'll look at administration, the different management tools like Windows PowerShell, the administrative portal. We'll look at managing various types of clients that exist for Office 365 and how users are going to perceive this system. Our big focus, or one of the big focuses, is going to be Exchange. Usually Exchange is one of the largest parts of the Office 365 deployment. It's generally one of the largest reasons for going to Office 365. In many cases, that's all people think about when they think of Office 365. But the Exchange migration is going to be a fairly detailed process. So we need to understand how that's going to work, how we're going to set up DNS to facilitate that, and then how we are going to configure Exchange Online. And that's going to be based on the requirements for your organization. And we'll look at that configuration initially, and we'll also look at ongoing administration. And we're going to do the same thing with SharePoint and with Lync. It's going to be a little less with those, but you do have the necessity of configuring those. And then finally, we'll look at configuring domain integration and synchronization. The directory synchronization tool can be used in order to synchronize the local on-premise environment with the cloud environment. That, along with Active Directory Federation services, is going to be used in order to provide single sign-on capabilities. Okay? So as I said before, Office 365 will work for organizations of any size. And implementation of Office 365 for an organization that has 5 to 10 users is going to be pretty simple. You start getting into the hundreds and thousands of users, those types of environments are going to require a whole lot more planning and a whole lot more ongoing administration. I'm assuming that's why you're here, and that's what I hope to provide in this course, and that's real-world information as well as information to help you to pass the exam. So without further ado, let's get started.